The biggest problem is that all the awareness that people have about the concept of feminism is gathered from different social media platforms. It would not be wrong to say all social media platforms are filled with absolutely flawed, absolutely wrong interpretations of feminism. Feminism is often considered a kind of radical feminine behavior, which actually is not. It is not. In the next session, we can have a very good discussion on toxic feminism, which is also a fact, a toxic feminism, when you go to the extremes, when you try to become a radical feminist. But it would be a crime to interpret all the feminists and all the acts of feminism as extremism or something that is radical. We have to understand that in one of the most progressive countries of the world, United States of America, the voting rights of women were granted in 1920. America got independence in 1776, obviously from Britishers. In 1776 they got freedom, they got independence. And it took America 150 more years to grant universal voting rights to women. India in this regard should be applauded, should be appreciated. Why? Because India's constitution, since day one, it has given universal voting rights to all women. In Switzerland, you would be amazed to find out that women got the voting rights in 1971, and that too for a single election. The universal voting rights, I think, were granted to them in 1991, which is only 32 years ago. So, as Anjali said, in many cases, women have had to raise their voice against the patriarchal society. Jatin raised one point where he said, what is stopping girls, what is stopping women from asserting themselves? They can wear whatever they want to, they can work wherever they want to, they can speak whatever they want to. Who is stopping them? Now, I am afraid, Jatin, but this is a superficial argument. See, maybe it comes from the fact that you have spent a lot of your life in Chandigarh. And Chandigarh, no doubt, is one of the most progressive cities of India. From the culture point of view, compared to the rest of the India, you will find both boys and girls more progressive, more modern, more advanced than at most of the places across India. So, if your sample study is confined to, it is limited to Chandigarh or certain cities like that, you at first glance will not find any special need for feminism. But when you go into the interiors of India, in the districts, in the villages of UP, Bihar, Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana, or even to southern part of India, which is relatively progressive, you will still find patriarchal society deciding all the norms for women. Okay, women are fit for certain jobs. Women should be assigned for these particular jobs. This is where women empowerment and feminism both come into play. See, women empowerment just means महिला सशक्तिकरण. वो कोई मेल सोसाइटी भी कर सकती है उनको कि हाँ ये मेन स्ट्रीम में नहीं है, they are not the part of the mainstream, so we have to give them space in mainstream. That is women empowerment. Feminism takes the game a bit further. Feminism says कि ये मर्द क्यों डिसाइड करेंगे, ये मर्दी क्यों डिसाइड करेंगे कि लड़कियों को या औरतों को क्या पहनना चाहिए, कहाँ काम करना चाहिए, अपनी लाइफ कैसे जीनी चाहिए. ये काम हम औरतों पे क्यों नहीं छोड़ देते. फेमिनिज्म बात को उस हद तक लेके जाता है. आज की डेट में सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि जो सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स है, जैसा कि हमने बोला था, चाहे वो ट्विटर हो, फेसबुक हो, व्हाट्सएप हो, इंस्टाग्राम हो, फेमिनिज्म की बहुत ही गंदी डेफिनेशन, बहुत ही गंदा मतलब रिप्रेजेंटेशन यंगस्टर्स में पहुंच रहा है. कहीं कोई लड़की ज़रा सा गलत काम कर देती है, बस पूरे कटघरे में ले आते हैं फेमिनिज्म को. कहाँ गया फेमिनिज्म, व्हाट अबाउट फेमिनिज्म. ज्योति मौर्य वाले केस में देख लो. ज्योति मौर्य वाले केस में जब उसका एक्स्ट्रा मैरिटल अफेयर हुआ मनीष दुबे से, मनीष दुबे का नाम कितने कम लोग जानते होंगे. ज्योति मौर्य वाले केस के बारे में बहुत लोगों ने सुना होगा, मनीष दुबे का नाम बहुत कम लोगों ने जाना होगा. और मनीष दुबे भी तो शादीशुदा था, ही वॉज ऑल्सो मैरिड, तो ही इज इक्वली टू बी ब्लेम्ड. Because you are conveniently targeting Jyoti Maurya society, you are not targeting Manish Dubey at all, who happen to be her boyfriend. Feminism is required. Women empowerment is required. ये वजह है. हो सकता है आज से 10 साल बाद जब कोई ज्योति मौर्य वाला केस दोबारा से आए 5 साल बाद, तो लोग उतना ही गालियां दें लड़के को भी, आदमी को भी. उसके भी तो 2 बच्चे थे, वो भी तो इधर उधर मुंह मार रहा था. देखा जाए तो he was equally to be blamed. When we talk about toxic feminism, जिसकी बात हम लोगों को कल करनी ही करनी है, that is also an integral, that is also an important area of discussion, where our society is heading to. When it comes to toxic feminism, what happens that you start hating men sometimes for no reason. Nowadays we see so many examples across India, especially from the metropolitan cities, where a lot of women, a lot of girls do not understand the concept of feminism. They do not understand how much blessing this concept has been. The first wave of feminism came in the late 19th century, if I am not wrong, in the late 19th century or the mid 19th century. And in America, as I said, there was a huge protest in 1918, 1919 against that particular law which actually forbade women from voting. And eventually the law had to be changed, the law had to be amended. Similarly, in so many European countries, as I said, in Switzerland, they were granting voting rights. So feminism was required for this thing only. The worst form of patriarchal society you would find in Khap Panchayat. Khap Panchayat in the last 40-50 years has given some ridiculous rulings on different things. Especially when it comes to deciding something for women. It is the most brutal form of patriarchal society there. But thanks to women empowerment, and when I say thanks to women empowerment and feminism, I also mean to mention a lot of men, a lot of courageous men who have always supported women. For a person to be called feminist, it is not necessary that that person should be a girl or a woman. A man, a boy can also be a strong feminist.